so many shields, as you mentioned. Now it's on Caps and Reckless to provide the damage in this game. But Misfits, they're looking for a little playmaking on the bottom side of the map.
He's looking for a top lane gank, and Misfits are looking for a bot lane gank.
Yeah, they translate that early gank objective. They free up Power of Evil, and he's showing up bot, attacking the bot lane from Fnatic.
It's going down, double exhaust, traded back and forth, but here comes Power looking for a little bit more. Shade goes wide! No, that's not what you wanted. Moving in. Fnatic gonna recover nicely, but now Alphari, he's the man in trouble. Broxa slapping down, dodges out the root collar, clean sidesteps.
No flash on Soaz, that's already been used. Alphari, if he escapes the next
Trigger seed, Alphari definitely triggered after that. First blood drops for Fnatic.
What can he do here? Can he fight back? Another fight in the bot lane. This Nautilus is hyper aggressive. Hansama is here, but Kakao is here again. Jezus, no summoners.
Definitely caught out. Kakao just gonna walk this one down, pick it up. Nice kill for Misfits.
Hard for Fnatic to find a big lead from the bottom lane, which means Broxa has to shift his focus. But that top lane, despite a gank, is already suffering. Oh, Alphari!
Moving forward, tower aggro. Not going to take too much damage here, though. Happy to just try and turn it around. Soaz biting off a bit more than he could chew, but here comes Broxa, level 6. Where is Daisy? Root collar goes in, goes wide. Trigger seed going to connect the snow. In goes Daisy. Down comes the equalizer, but Alphari, he looks like he's caught between a rock and a hard place because there is no option out, and that's going to be another kill for Soaz.
Second time Broxa pulls off a gank top lane. It does mean that Fnatic's bottom lane needs to just back away. Kind of giving up this wave here, so they're fighting each other for this first tower.
Oh, Alphari.
Round 3.
Now running back.
At this point, he has to be enjoying it because
dodging out, sidestep, still caught out. Alphari, he's in trouble. Not a lot left to do. Trying desperately to find the 2v1, but it's the trigger seed, it's the belly bop, it's everything on the side of Fnatic, and that's the killing spree for Soaz.
Alphari is definitely triggered right now, overextending every time he even dares to push a lane.
Now Misfits, they're looking for a play mid lane. Remember, there's cleanse on Caps.
Power People leaps forward. There goes the Ash for Hansama. Caps does just cleanse out, looking to walk away, but in they go. Depth charge comes out. Ignar looking to lock him up. Blast Cone, is he going to get it? Yeah, Caps. Fancy footwork to make it out.
Obviously, a reaction to that play is the top lane where Alphari is hitting that turret. So we see all these events tied together. You know, pressure leaves in one area.
Look at this.
So react somewhere else.
Caps coming in. No, it's Broxa. Surprise delivery of the jungler. Now moving forward, Scryer's Bloom is there, but where is the Blast Cone? Can PoE take it to safety? Looks like the answer is yes, but there's Caps over the wall. Can he get it?
Power! He was spotted on the board! Deep vision from Misfits placed earlier.
Oh, Power! Oh, he's out!
Can he get executed?
Can he get it?
No, he's hit recently. He has to wait a long time.
Yeah,
he's going on a mission.
Is he going to leap back?
He needs just one tower
Where are you
here.
going, Power?
Or minions.
Minions.
Jump to the tower.
Buying as much time as he can. Oh! Gives it over to Broxa in the end. So close. What a beautiful play from Power despite that.
We get these great team fights where no one will die for some time. Flash in for Power People, missing the chain again.
So that's 2 times in a row
on these 80 carries here. But this game, 17 minutes in, 6 kills only. Might see something in mid.
Power goes in. Gunblade triggers. Caps looking to get out, but he's instantly locked up. There's the ignite, but here comes the redemption. He's still going to live. Broxa comes in with the save.
Always important to highlight with this cleanse here that once you use it to get rid of CC, it does give you extra reduction for the next CC that lands onto you. Now, Soaz might get caught.
Locked up, chains go in, depth charge coming out. Kakao, is he going to go forward for more? Smoke screen to buy a bit of time, but Broxa just denying all these picks.
Yeah, and this entire sequence of events has been a reaction from the Misfits playing around the bottom side of the map. They see Karma and Kennen in the top lane, which means if they move around mid lane and bot lane, they can only face 3 enemies. So they can take a dragon, they can go for an aggressive play, and they can make something happen because Alphari held top lane 1v2.
Ignar, though, finds an engage very quickly. Hansama using the Blade of the Rune King. They're pushing for more. Hunter's Focus comes out. Not going to be enough. There's the equalizer. Still can't find it, but Alphari, exhausted and hungry for more. Root Caller buys a bit of time. They're leaping in. Power People, meanwhile, off to the side. Will they be able to find a way in? Caps is coming as well. Will we see the 5v5? Ignar once again finds a way in. Broxa looking for a little bit more, taking his time to run out. Has to flash to safety. Misfits with the advantage, but no one's going to die.
Always push your mid lane first. That is the standard play.
They're going to get for mid lane tower to get Caps.
Forward, Caps redemption's already down, but that's a lot of damage. He's going to go down. Power's going to grab the kill in the end. Tower drops as well. It's a good start for Misfits, but do Fnatic want to keep the fight?
It's the same thing again here where Reckless, if you look at your minimap, guys, he's down towards the bottom side. So Misfits, they know we just need to run mid lane because we have 4v5. We can just engage. Now Reckless is here.
Moving forward, Belly Bop knocks it back. Ignar now in trouble. Reckless is in the back, but he's immediately exhausted. Jezus in trouble as well. So as there's no damage coming in from the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, there's only one damage dealer in that fight. His name is Reckless because Caps is already dead.
So as running, trying to use the body slam to make it to safety. Misfits chasing him down. No hesitation from Power of Evil, leaping forward. Where are the chains? Leaps back, doesn't have the cooldown, and Fnatic are going to walk away. Knocked up, there's the redemption once again. In comes Daisy trying to block the damage, but down goes the equalizer. Soaz is all alone on the backside. He may just be the sacrificial lamb. Ignar going to drop Soaz. Can he make it to safety? So many shields coming out. He's still alive. Misfits are the one who lose the trade. Fnatic, though, of course, in the end, the ones to clean it up, the ones to grab the Cloud Dragon. As we look back on this, you can just see where it fell apart.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that explains everything. There's not much more to analyze here. Obviously, Gragas tanks a bit more than Nautilus at this point.
While he pushes in the top side of the map, the TP comes in, and Fnatic are content to get something back. In goes Caps, lock up onto Ignar. Reckless goes forward, but down comes the equalizer. Can Misfits turn this back? Ignar healed up, but in comes the redemption. Fnatic are looking good, but Kakao, he's trying to dish out the damage, and things are just falling apart.
Yeah, they're falling apart because Afari may go down as well.
Reckless gets another one. Soaz tanks the tower, and Fnatic are in control.
Oh, they're getting out with that.
Making it out to safety in the end. It's a good look for Fnatic. They get the 2-0, they get the tower as well, and now they're moving in for that Baron.
Yeah, and here we see the problem with that teleport Ignite, trying to play in on the side lane.
Tower goes forward. Maybe looking for the outplay, but there's so much chain CC. In comes the Gragas. Did not want to dance with the fat man. Tries to leap out, tries to make it to safety. Red buff ticking, but Power of Evil is still fine and still alive.
Fnatic once again looking at that Baron here. Soaz can definitely tank it. Has enough armor under his belt. They also have the shields coming in from Karma and Iron.
But it's a pretty slow one for Fnatic because only 2 damage dealers are really taking it down here, so the Misfits have some time, but can they reach enough members to make it there? It's also in a brush, which is really annoying.
Ticking down, 2K, Kakao looking for a way over the wall, moves forward, not gonna get it in the end, outsmited by Broxa as Fnatic take the first Baron of the game. Jesus now with the redemption of his own, double redemption, a locket to back him up as well, but there goes the arrow, and Caps may just be caught out. First redemption goes in, he's gonna Zanya's the style play escape, the Rise special. Power of Evil continuing to try to start the fight, but it's just not going to work.
You often have to rely on Baron buffs, a ban of command, or winning a fight to break all the way in.
Give me that banner, baby.
For now, it's about a single super minion poking away at the tower, but Soaz wants to keep the fight going. Ignar once again oversteps and will get taken down. Reckless on a killing spree. Fnatic with their sights on that tier 2.
That's the kind of fight you're looking for if you're a Fnatic, to then get down another tower here. Poor Ignar, no flash, and it's easy for Soaz to just knock him back.
Yeah, honestly, great performance from Soaz early on. The snowball goes in again.
Now Reckless! Forward. Reckless on the way in. In comes the Realm Warp on the backside. Surprise! It's Caps, it's Daisy, and it's a death for Hansama. No! Looking to turn it back. Hansama pulling out, will make it out to safety, and Caps will be the one who drops, but Fnatic, they're still in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they're taking down this tower here. Soaz, he's so fit. 3 early kills, and we said this in Champ Select. Soaz on Gragas. It is so fun to watch because he's creative, he's good at engaging. Been finding a lot of very well-timed body slams and then ultis in this game.
And a huge showing of confidence for PoE to blind pick the low
hello,
but it hasn't worked out. Soaz, though, trying to start a fight. Hansama, no luxury to flash this time. He's going to drop to Reckless. Ignar's moving forward. Ignar is in trouble.
Yeah, if you walk into a frozen mallet 80 carry, you're not going to escape.
No chance, but Power of Evil. He looks to turn it back. Still exhausted, however, means no path out quite yet. Moving for more. Caps flashes forward. Power of Evil is in trouble. Down he goes. Rise takes that one in the end, and Caps, he's hungry for more. Out comes the Trigger Seed. Shields him up. Ignar, the shield half powers him up, but it's not enough. It's the double kill for Caps, and Fnatic own the base.
Kakao is trying to kill the wave here to stop Fnatic from actually finishing the game. It's gonna also succeed.
It'll succeed. They stall, so they get 1 inhibitor, but they're so far ahead right now, and it's almost too easy for Fnatic at this point.
I mean, it's such a fun TP here from Soaz. You know, comes in completely unexpected, and Hansama just gets caught out, dies instantly. Kakao just buying time here. Trying to make sure we get at least another fight in this game.
Walking away. He'll take his time.
If you delay this, the more you delay this, the better it actually is for the game. Because if he dies super late, you can obviously get some Baron pressure if it spawns. It does spawn in 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually just wait another 10 seconds maybe. Then kill him.
Slowly, slowly. Play with him.
Oh. Down in the end.
Which means you have to have even more confidence in your ability to connect your skill shots.
Always beautiful. Let's see.
Checking online. They're trying to get under Reckless, but there's too many shields. He's still alive. He's still up. He's still okay. Reckless! He won't die! Down goes the LeBlanc. So many people dropping in the face of Reckless, and that's the triple.
Fnatic, they have the Baron setup. They force the Misfits to go for a Reckless fight, because what will they do against the Baron setup 4v5? They couldn't do absolutely anything, and they win that fight, and it all gets worse when Reckless drops to 5% and he still lives.
Slow and steady walk towards the Nexus. Everyone knows that Fnatic, they're going to push all the way in and win the game. Quite a walk, though.
quite a walk, but one of confidence. Reckless, everything focused on him, meant the Karma, meant the Ivern got to come online, keep him up and healthy, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We were looking for first blood in the series, and it's going to be Fnatic who make their mark on the opposition, and Misfits who fall down, as SOAS has a bit of fun with it, and the game closes. Instead, opting for the Braum. Yes, you've got the power to stack up, to use the concussive blows. This is the old school dual lane synergy here, but is it enough?
Now Broxah's going to find out his jungle's being stolen.
But Kakao now may be the one who's going to get caught out here as the team collapses. Flash away from the root caller, but the CC comes in, and that's not the start that Misfits wanted. The exhaust goes in, Kakao goes down. That's first blood for the Kennen.
It's all gone wrong for Misfits since level 1. It was much harder to set up a play bot lane without flash on Ignar, because that was wasted when there were miscommunication. Bot lane then, Kakao, caught behind enemy lines, and simply dies, gives up first blood to Kennen.
Yeah, but this was a really great trade for Power. He goes in,
no, Prox is behind him. Root Caller's going to connect. Caps is just going to walk forward. The chains, they're going to bring it home. Power Vivo wants to get something back, but the Ignite burns, or the exhaust rather, takes him down.
And PoE going for the offensive flash, looking for the montage moment instead of just piecing out. They're playing defensively here. The Misfits, they're so desperate to crawl out of this hole that they've dug for themselves that they're actually digging themselves even deeper.
Top lane Source is just kind of laning against a magic resist rushing Camille, so he's not really afraid of dying. Fight mid lane though.
In, exhaust, suddenly Kakao from the backside though. Caps is overstayed and Kakao is gonna get one back. It's a four-man party. You saw so much respect coming out from Misfits. They backed off immediately, but now it's Daisy, it's the whole gang down on the bottom side of the map. They're just looking to get this tower.
And let's see, TP could come in from Alfari. There's wards behind, they're coming now.
Ult goes in for Ignar, looking to get the fight started. Box comes out, Reckless is holding onto his ult for now. Broxah potentially in trouble, in goes Camille. Alfari gonna block as much as he can with the parry on the Hextech ultimatum, but Broxah gets taken down. The Colling's cleaning up, it's the double.
Caps is completely split up on this fight, which means Reckless goes down. It's a triple kill for Hansama.
Hansama coming in clutch in the fight, and that's the turnaround that Misfits needed.
But for me, the man that has really unlocked this game has been Kakao.
Making the appropriate moves. Hansama going to dash forward. Reckless potentially in trouble.
He's low.
Let's knock back. Maybe going to look for a little bit more. Redemption comes out. He's going to try to heal up. Lulu comes from above, but Power of Evil's on the way in. Reckless is in trouble, but the CC is coming down. Hansama under the tower. He's the one tanking it up. This could be bad for the team because in goes Caps, in goes Daisy, down goes Hansama. And Fnatic are going to find the turnaround because Caps, he's hungry for a bit more. Gonna get the double. Doesn't even need to look at him with the Power Rangers finish.
So this time it was Misfits actually making the aggressive play. They saw Reckless under that tower here. 2 tower dives in this game, and both times it completely backfired for the aggressive team. Power of Evil, he's going low, he's fine for now, but Source is on the way down.
Caps is flanking 2 top right here, so they're going to find Ignar. This may be a 4-for-1 exchange in total.
Broxah, push comes over the wall, Root Caller coming in, Ignar trying to hold on. It's the last Banshin, it's the Alamo, but things are going a little bit different this time around. Ignar running for his life, and Caps just going to grab another one. Oh, Fnatic now moving in, trying to hold on to this tower, but in goes Power. Caps leaping out, Help Pick still attached. Ignar is hooked up with the tower, dropping in favor of Misfits.
So Misfits definitely with a great hold.
How to get the chance though?
Trying to get the siege on, trying to get a little bit more, trying to get something back. They are going to grab the mid lane tower. Still holding on to the gold lead, but Ignar going to have to run for his life. However, the fight is split. Power of Evil is there to back him off. In goes Jesus. Maybe looking for a little bit more. It's flash out to safety from Ignar. Fnatic, are they going to go for more? Flash in, Root Caller, trigger seed. There's the ultimate. They're looking to keep the play going. Reckless is a man in trouble, but he just won't die. Once again, Reckless is unkillable. Leap forward, Alfari drops everything falling apart.
And this is the hallmark of the Fnatic squad. When they draft AD Kennedy, they know so well how to protect him in fights when he pops that ultimate. He goes low, and then it's shield on shield on shield. This style, though, going for these like slightly defensive builds, like we've seen the Abyssal Zone as a block from him. SOAS with another great pickoff here. Can Ignar survive?
Backing up, Redemption coming down, looking for the heal. Multiple members now locked up by the ult from Ignar. Caps leaping back to safety. Misfits happy to fight in the choke point for now.
Teleport from behind from Alfari. Can he make something happen?
Goes, gets the stun, hook shot, wall dive, happy to get in there. The ultimatum comes down, but once again, it's Alfari who's in trouble. No one has dropped yet on the side of Fnatic. They're going to keep the ball rolling. They're going to grab Power of Evil. That's the 2-for-0.
Yeah, Misfits cannot win team fights against this Fnatic comp. It's the same as in game 1. It's Gragas in the front, it's Ivern to support the team, and it just keeps Reckless alive.
Also no longer just about camp bot. We haven't seen Roxas spam ganks in the bottom lane. The lead was actually given by Misfits. Now Alfari gets hooked.
in trouble, doesn't want to, isn't going to make it out, just gets deleted instantaneously. Kakao, he's all alone. He's in no man's land. He's trying to find the 1v1 versus Caps. He's not having it, but another hook from Jesus! He goes over the wall. Reckless is popping off. He's going for more. Keeps dishing out the damage and power of Evil. Is all alone. He's desperate to get something back.
Attack, mate.
He just can't get it in the end. There's no damage. Caps unstoppable. Fnatic on a tear.
Yeah, every single member from Fnatic just performing at such a high level in these fights here. Jesse's landing hooks left and right. And it means another win for Fnatic. Inhib down. They're going for the Nexus.
Yeah, definitely. First Nexus turret goes down here. It's another fight where probably does not get his ulti off before a single member has already died. Really good target selection by Fnatic and peeling from Broxah.
Team back alive though. Alfari trying to buy a bit of time. Interrupted, does throw out the Hextech ultimatum onto Broxah, trying to get something, trying to stall, trying to buy time, but it's not enough. He's locked down, he's knocked out. Fnatic, there is no mercy. They're not giving Misfits the chance to reset the map. Kakao's alive, but they just keep marching in one at a time, and Fnatic are more than happy to reap the benefits, more than happy to take the kills, and more than happy to take the game 2 here against Misfits.
Puts a lot more now on Source and his individual ability. Nami counter to, Nami counter to Karma.
Reckless and Jesse suddenly they play super meek and passive. They're even eating auto attacks. So like,
I think
at this point, I think the Misfits know.
Ignore. Oh no! Flash forward! No! That's not what they needed. Misfits, they're falling apart. Not even setting their sights on Ignore. They're getting him.
They did not know.
Well, no flash from Ignore. He tried to stay so far back, and Broxah flash cocoons him. He's baiting now. He's trying to bait. He's trying to bait like Caps, distortions into him. Then Lulu just knocks, herself up with the ulti, and then suddenly Kakao can gank. But Caps is playing this really well.
No distortion in, but Reckless is going to leap forward. They're looking to lock him down. The Ignite's coming out. Hansama, can he get anything back? He's standing right in the circle. The damage comes out, though. Reckless is alive and well. He's running for his life. The auto! The shutdown for Ignore, but Jesus, he wants to get one back. Running forward. In goes the snare. Out comes the heal. And away walks Ignore.
And it's a sustain from the Cutlass that keeps him alive long enough. Alfari fail flash, actually.
Fight continues on the top side, but Soaz is just fine. There's just not a lot that Gragas can do to stop him from auto-attacking the tower. But now I got Nami moving into the mid lane. Caps potentially going to back off here. Tidal Waves connects on the Caps.
Nice
Standing at the follow-up. CC locks down Kakao. He goes in. He gets it anyway. Now moving forward. Broxah running for his life. Glitterlands connects. Broxah up. Broxah down. Is going to be able to walk away from this one, but that's a start for Misfits.
A really good setup here. They've been trying to bait a gank here in the mid lane so often. They had to add there Nami as well.
Soaz in trouble in mini Gnar. Alfari looking to turn this one back, but the Hyper going to make it pretty easy to walk away. Alfari just going to have to back off in the end. Reckless now exhausted. Kakao is here as well, but here comes Hansama. Ignore running for his life, but he just gets taken down.
Soaz is dead.
Oh.
Which is...
happens.
A fairly standard play as well from our good friend up in the top lane. Tends to have one of these moments where he will overextend quite a lot.
Teleport to get out.
Yeah, that's why you go for the 2v1. Let's see, it's probably Alfari just knocking back, then he gets kicked back. Okay.
He got tossed around right there.
Misfits helped him overextend right there.
Misfits going to do their best to get something back, but already Fnatic setting the pace for this game. And Power, if he goes down here, this will be disastrous for the team.
Caps does not need to kill him. He just needs to get him away from the turret. So when the next wave crashes, or when Fnatic proxy this one, this turret's under pressure. You don't always have to kill people to send them back to base.
Because Fnatic pushing 2 lanes at the same time while Misfits are trying to trade for top lane tower.
Power. Flash over the wall comes in from Jesus. There's Reckless with the backup damage. Power is now in trouble. Tries to make it out. The Wild Growth not enough, and Reckless gets another kill.
Yeah, really good pathing between these lanes. There's no tier 2 turret available, which means they can push really deep on that bot side and really facilitate the push on the mid lane turret too. Misfits, they're trying to catch on here, but this is such a great spot for Fnatic to be in.
Oh, Soaz, that's the 1v3. He's just doing it to try and defend here.
Tidal Wave comes in. Soaz going to get chain CC'd here. Tower does go down. Soaz set to fall. Misfits grab the tower as well, but what can Fnatic get in return?
Let's see if they can actually get the inhib tower here. They didn't kill it yet. There's no minions for at least another 10 seconds in that bottom lane. They get mid tower though. That's the thing, like you just mentioned here, Mitch, before, with pushing these lanes deeper inside enemy territory. Always gives you so many paths you can just move. And Kao's trying to big play here.
Caps needs to figure out a path out of this one. No! He fumbles! That's not what you need on a big stage. Bit of a miscommunication, and that's exactly what Misfits want.
The first player to juke Broxah this entire series is actually his teammate, Caps.
Push up bot lane, push up mid, and then start getting some vision down. They're starting the Baron here. No reaction from Misfits except for Kakao.
Kakao can technically steal it. That's why it's still a risky play. It's not necessarily 50-50, but he was going around the other side. And that's a clean Baron from Fnatic. They just sneak it.
Ping goes down. That means it's their cue to take that away. Baron drops from Fnatic, and this could be the big break point on the side of Misfits.
Trap wall here, obviously one of the perks of Caitlyn. She can defend sieges.
There's a hole in the wall, however, so Broxah will continue to keep going.
The one Urukai with the bomb.
He made it through.
Yeah, I like how again. Fnatic is pushing all 3 lanes, setting it up. Trying to kill that one guy who's trying to get in.
And already a tower down, and inhibitor exposed, and if Soaz can take this, it'll make it so much easier to get the rest.
And this is where we can also describe like how beautiful it is, you know. It's just counting dots. You see Fnatic, they're not strong on top side, so Misfits is trying to catch. They just a little bit damage on the turret, then they back up. Now Misfits strong on the top side. They're
there we go.
Now
leaping forward. Out comes the Ultra Reckless. He's trying to stay alive. Who is going to go down first? No one quite yet. Hansama holding on is the important member to watch.
That was the play we were looking for from Kakao. Sadly for him, the one damage dealer is just
flash it. Soaz trying to start the fight. Ignar is locked up. Alfari, they're moving. They're trying to get more, but Kakao, he's going to get taken down.
Hansama is untouched, so he could maybe clean up this team fight.
Maybe looking for a bit more. Soaz running forward, trying to juke, trying to jive, trying to take down Alfari. Body slam going to go wide. Soaz gonna get the outplay in the end. Alfari oversteps, and Fnatic, they just set their sights on the structures.
They will get down. Slowly they'll get this inhib down. There we go, they take it. Hansama was set up to carry, but just not farmed enough on this Caitlyn here. Not completed 3 items yet, and again, that's the problem when you do fall behind early.
And the final inhibitor. It looked somewhat okay for the Misfits on that play, but Fnatic, they were dancing around beautifully. No, Fnatic looking for the push here, making it clean 3-0. 3rd place is on the line. Championship points. Redemption for their organization. Also cleaning up their season. Hansama goes low.
Very much in trouble. Have to be careful. Soaz is running forward. Alfari's going to get locked up. Looks like he will get taken out. Kakao trying to make a play. Kicks Soaz back. But Soaz! He's just going to turn it right back on them Misfits. They're falling apart, and that is disaster. One final kick from Kakao to close it out. It's quick. It's clean. It's confident. It's going to be the 3-0 for Fnatic. And with that final win, they are going to lock in 3rd place here in the LCS and take the first step on their path to Worlds.
And this still saves the season a bit for Fnatic. They struggled so far, barely not even making it into playoffs, and they can still end on a high, which is really important for them.
Yeah, I think a lot of respect to the players for bouncing back after such a tough regular season where they were 1 game away from making playoffs. They find this playstyle, it clicks, it works, every single player is just on the same page, and they execute it so well. And that's why they take a 3-0. It's why they were the best team on the stage today.
Yeah, they also highlight some crucial flaws in the Misfits.
But I think flaws that we can accept. Again, Misfits, new organization, new team coming in. Crowd cheering as well for.
And once again, for the Misfits, it wasn't always about sprint. Their eyes are set on Worlds. They've made good progress in this split, but they've proven that there's a lot that they need to work on. And on the other side for Fnatic, a team that struggled so much, now showing up today. And that, I mean, you're right, it's not at the end of the day, it is not the title, but it has to feel good to know that you are still a contender, that you are still at the top of Europe when it comes to teams we look at.
And for the Fnatic organization, they finally found 2 new pieces of talent. Caps, we knew from the start that there was a lot of potential in there. Broxah, we doubted it. We said, you know, I don't think he can be much more than he is right now. And he's definitely been scaling up a lot.
Yeah, seemed like a band-aid in the start, but then actually turned out to be a very important player for this team and had a fantastic performance today in all 3 games, honestly. So well played by Broxah there. And overall, yes, getting these championship points for Fnatic, an organization we expect to fight for top 6 next split as well. And with how close it is right now in Europe, so many teams are very close to each other in terms of overall level. Those points can be so important when it comes to actually locking down the world's spot.
Could be everything. We have 2 new teams coming into the LCS next season as well. So all important to get an edge, to get a lead now, to keep performing, to keep looking good. The crowd supporting him. Caps consistently with a grin on his face. Broxah as well. It's a good look for the team. PoE taking his bow to the German crowd.
Yeah, it has to feel bad. You're obviously coming here with dreams and hopes of performing. But still, they can take home some lessons.
Yeah, it might feel bad right now, but if you're Power Vivo, you look back at this entire split, and it's actually been a good one for him.
Look where he came from as well. Like, he struggled for a year in Origin. Now he still got the chance to get to Hamburg, play in front of his fans. So many people here supporting him.
That's the thing, from going, you know, to relegation with Origin to now being on the big stage with the German flag.
He's smiling a tiny bit. It's hard to keep that stern, sad face sometimes when people are cheering for you.
So overall, very good split from him. A lot of respect from fellow mid laners as well in Europe, and overall for Misfits. They're this kind of organization that will be here for a long time. They have the infrastructure in place, passionate owner. Same thing for Fnatic, honestly, and they've been here for many, many years, and it's great to see them now getting that third place win as well.
And after so many years of struggling in playoffs, or not years, so many splits, when Huni and Reignover left, it felt like we would never see Fnatic on top again after all the failures. But here they are, third place, an excellent start on a climb back to the top.
They missed the last event. They weren't even there. So in that sense, it has been progression, and you can't expect an org that has been struggling to just immediately jump back to the top. And I think this is a good springboard if they can continue the progression. That is what they need to work on.
Yeah, I want to see the next evolution of the Fnatic playstyle. If there's a next step, or if it's changing it completely, can they maybe completely perfect it? They got the individual talent on the lineup. I don't think anyone really questioned that coming into the split.
I mean, they changed the talent on the lineup.
Okay, one guy. One guy.
Made a big difference.
Guys.
I don't know if you saw those two Ivern games, but...
the 4 other guys have been doing well.
I mean,
they changed one guy.
And they changed one guy. Yes.
And Broxa was incredibly important over the course of that series. The Ivern games, we were wondering, hey, is he going to have a new champion under his pool? We saw the Kha'Zix come out. It didn't look great for him. But the Ivern was clutch. And despite being disrupted, despite Kakao breathing down his neck at every opportunity he found in the jungle, he still made an impact.
Definitely made an impact. And I think that's, again, really cool because we got to see some different playstyles from Fnatic. Like, it wasn't just pure early game chaos. It wasn't just
they played on
fight
topside
everywhere.
too.
Yeah, it was topside all of a sudden. It was actually team fights, you know, with that Ivern specifically. Protect Reckless in some of these fights. So we got different things, which made it very interesting. Just wish we had seen more from Misfits. Because I really feel like they could have offered more, but game 1 was really also plagued with like nerves from them.
Yeah, I think we saw a mental hit to the Misfits, and in that sense, what they do take home here is stage experience. Same for Fnatic, like Reckless and Soaz. It's not that they don't care, you know, like they enjoy the environment. They're used to it. They've done their rodeos, but for Broxa and Caps, an entirely new environment. I mean, it changes you a little bit, man. Just being on the stage, it's one of the better experiences, and it's really great that they can take it home and actually learn in a controlled environment. Getting your first stage experience on the big one for 3-0 is actually really important.
Yeah, didn't even get to see, hey, are they going to be challenged mentally? Because it looked good from them from the start, and it just kept looking good.
Although Caps probably did play, actually, before, right, on bigger stages.
Yeah,
in Turkey, he obviously got to play in the final as well, so there was some experience.
Yeah.
Step up going into the LCS, something he talked about as well. Like, he's still very young, his first split here, so that's why he's one of the rookies. And we had a lot of good rookies coming into this, like Misfits, Alfari, Hansama. 2 very interesting guys to look at. Ignor had some experience from LCK. Kakao obviously had a lot of experience from LCK. So those guys could bring something to the team. But the new young guys in Alfari and Hansama, overall, very good splits as well in terms of your first season. And I think it's only going to go up for those 2 guys.
Yeah, they definitely have the potential out there. It's also really good to see the resurgence of Kakao, that he didn't rot away in a LSPL.
In the LSPL.
It was a struggle there for a little bit.
We take Kakao and we put Bengi there now.
Yeah, he goes down.
He takes the place.
Everyone's got to fall at some point. Kakao, potentially on the way back up.
Crowd is going nuts because right now Quickshot is getting ready.
Yeah, and they love
for
Quickshot.
the winners interview. And it's Quickshot they're cheering for with the French flag as well. Not Soaz, of course.
Definitely not.
All right, well, Fnatic have ended their series with a dominant 3-0 over Misfits. For more, it's Quickshot standing by with one of our winners.
Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations, Soaz. What do you have to say to the Soaz Appreciation Club in the corner?
There's just insane French people in the crowd.
What does it mean to you to have this whole crowd behind Fnatic and that whole section behind you?
Well, it just feels good in both good and bad times. So it feels really nice to have people supporting us and me.
What's it like when you have a 6th man? The 6th man being several thousand Hamburg fans screaming Fnatic in what was an easy 3-0.
I guess it depends. It depends for like which players. So some players they like to have the crowd with them. Some players they don't. But I guess it's just about preferences. But for me, I like it. It's okay. It's fine.
How was the series so easy? It looked clean. It didn't look like you guys were really pressured today.
I don't think it was that easy, but I don't feel like we just like our playstyle is just YOLO really, and for them it didn't feel like they matched really well or they had so much synergy. First and second game, it's not like we forced too many fights, but they just didn't react properly, or they were lost. I feel like.
Yeah, it looked that way as well, you know, to me as an observer. And so as you've taken third, 3-0, if we step back and we look at the whole split, knowing you've played in Hamburg, knowing you've won today, what do you feel when you think about the spring split?
Well, I think it's a bit sad for us because I feel like if we would have faced Unicorn, we would have beat them as well. So I would have hoped for a final against G2, but sadly it's not possible. But looking back, it's good. Like we didn't expect, like we had a good expectation coming, like starting the split. Then it went a bit down, and then we went back up. So just the roller coaster, you know.
Definitely a roller coaster. Fnatic fans have been up and down for a while now. Returning to Fnatic after, you know, a few splits apart, let's talk about what happens next. You know, where does SOAS and Fnatic look to the postseason into summer?
Well, we'll see how we attack summer splits. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes in terms of like, oh, we practice and everything on this. So hopefully we have a better early summer split and we just keep going strong.
Well, definitely going to help out. So as one last question before we move on, is there anything that you have to say to either the fans at home or the fans here in the venue?
Merci à tous les Français qui sont là dans le public et thanks to everyone for supporting us, me and Fnatic.
Congratulations, well played, taking third place. That does it with me and SOAS. We're going to head over to the analyst desk and post-game lobby.
Thank you very much, Quickshot, and welcome to the post-game lobby, live from the Barclaycard Arena here in Hamburg. And joining us here at the desk is one of tonight's winners, Fnatic's mid laner, Cap. So congratulations to you personally as well.
Thank you.
Great stuff there. We heard a lot from SOAS already. What did it come down to you?
I think we have our own style, and I think Misfits haven't played against it before. I think it's kind of the same as what happened to H2K, and even though we weren't able to beat G2, it was kind of what we showed there as well.
Do you agree with SOAS' sentiment? He said if we would have faced Unicorns of Love, we would have beaten them as well. So is it only G2 that can counter the Animal style?
I mean, it kind of depends, right? Because some days you have bad days, some days you have good days. But I think on a normal day, we should be able to beat the Unicorns, yeah.
All right, well, if we look back at the series as a whole, Fnatic just secured third place in the EULCS Spring Split, a 3-0 sweep over Misfits. And as we look at the series holistically, Trashy, you had a lot of good things to say about Broxah for all 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, he played fantastic all the games, and I feel like the first 2 games he was really carrying in the team fights with Ivern, with the Redemption, with the Lockets, Shields, and really setting up his carries for success. Like we saw a guy like Reckless popping off in fights because he could survive. I know we don't like the
yeah, we do. Popping off. He popped off.
He was definitely popping off. So yeah, fantastic play by him and really setting his team up for success.
And for me, one of the big players, one of the standout performances really was SOAS. I feel that his Gragas performances in game 1 and 2 especially were so integral in enabling Fnatic to win a lot of these mid-game fights. And the fact that they drafted compositions that just seemed to work so well together demonstrated that Fnatic, they didn't only have this one style of play, but they were able to adapt and grow throughout the playoffs.
That they did. Caps, how do you look back on your personal performance versus Power of Evil? We heard beforehand that you had told Trashy that you were gonna win quite easily.
I mean, I think mid lane is because this series was kind of boring for me at least. I was playing against Lulu and I had Ivern on my team, so there was really no action. I think personally I made a lot of misplays, and maybe it was a bit because I got a bit bored. And I want to see high plays. I want to see insane outplays, and instead we just had like shields and on both teams, and it was a bit boring. Yeah.
That's a bit boring, but sometimes that is what the team needs, and sometimes what the team needs is an Ivern or an Elise, and Broxa is our player of the series, and of course he stepped up here, and I just want to talk to you guys about the different elements of Fnatic that we're looking at going forward, and the fact that Broxa just kind of was thrown into the lineup, so to say, when you guys were going through some troubles, and was able to learn. How much do you see him improving in the future, Trashy?
I mean, I feel like Fnatic just found their style in the playoffs, and he as a player adapted to the style and played around it. Like, he has been really playing a lot around the bot lane and enabling them. And
what is Caps giggling about?
No, it's just I love when people say we have found our style.
No, like, props to him for adapting to the style Fnatic is putting out in the playoffs. That's what I have.
Does it annoy you that we keep like referring to Fnatic as obviously this one style that works?
No. I mean, not at all. It's just funny, you know.
Okay, it's just funny, but
one of the things that I'd love to ask Caps about, because there was this great interview that you did towards the end of the split where you said, like, we're done trying to play the perfect game. We're just going to play our game. We're going to play comfort. Is that really where things clicked for you? Is that where you just as a team started to synergize more and find more success?
I mean, I'm not sure if we were like when we stopped like playing to play the perfect game, we just like kind of played. I'm not sure we were like, oh, now we're gonna have our own style and now we're gonna win against everyone and everything's gonna be good. I think we were kind of sad about not being able to reach the perfect play, and instead we just kind of went for comfort picks. Turned out that it was really good, and then we just continue with it.
Yeah, third place. We'll talk a bit more about your split in review in just a second, but for now, Quickshot is standing by with Power of Evil.
Thank you very much, Sharks. Yes, I am joined by Power of Evil in front of this Hamburg crowd. First of all, I want to thank you for, talking to us. It was a tough series. What went wrong today, Pierre?
I think the first game was the most important one for us, since I think in our team the biggest thing is like experience that is a little bit missing. So I think the first win was the most important one, since it gave us kind of this self-confidence in the team. So after losing that one and the second one, it was really hard, I think, to pick ourselves up. I think we didn't play risky enough in the third game, and we just, I think Fnatic was just a better team, so they deserved the win, we need to be honest.
It takes a lot of courage and sportsmanship to admit that, but it's been a disappointing playoffs. The semi-finals and now today. What was some of the reasons why the squad couldn't perform in the best of fives when really you were looking quite good throughout most of the split?
I think we just, as I said, I think we just don't play aggressive enough sometimes. We don't really take risks. We are pretty much just playing for the macro game, and sometimes it's just like something it happens what we don't expect, some random surprise, and we don't know how to react to it. And that's why I think we had the biggest chance actually against G2, because they have kind of the same playstyle as we do, but we had the worst against teams like Fnatic or EUL, because they're like completely countering our playstyle and they kind of always catches us off guard.
Let's talk about the team a little bit, because 2016 for Power of Evil was an interesting year. Started 2017 on a good note, moving to Misfits, the squad seems good. So how has the spring split been for you when you look at the big picture?
Well, I'm really happy about all the feedback I get from the community and from just the team and our results. Obviously, in the end, a little bit disappointing, but I think if we just stick together, we're going to perform better in summer split, since we're just you just need to build up synergy. So for me personally, I feel quite happy, but yeah, we just need to be stronger for summer split, since my ultimate goal is to go to Worlds.
I've heard this one-year plan, Misfits going to make it to Worlds. So let's look forward. It's now going into off-season. You guys have a little bit of time. How does Misfits and the rest of the squad get to Worlds and have a better performance in summer split?
I think we need to just scrim more, practice more, try to take more risks, try to learn more play styles, learn more, I guess, maybe deeper champion pools as well, so we can make better drafts. And I think it's just in general all the normal casual stuff.
You make it sound so easy, just all these different things. Power of Evil, thank you very much. It is fourth. You still ended up placing here in Hamburg. One last question. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the local crowd, maybe in your mother tongue?
Also, nochmal an alle Leute, die hier sind. Vielen, vielen Dank für den Support. Also Ich habe keine Worte. Das ist echt unglaublich. Also schon das ganze Jahr kriege ich diesen Support von der deutschen Community und ich wollte mich echt nochmal bedanken an alle. Also das ist echt unglaublich und vielen, vielen lieben Dank.
Thank you very much, Power of Evil. Looking forward to seeing you in the summer split.
Looking forward to it.
With that, we're going to head back to the analyst desk to wrap up post-game lobby.